David Corson, Sunday, October 26th, 2025. Oh, about 4:30. I think that's what it is. Is that what it is? Yeah, something like that. 4:45. Just got done watching an unbelievable... Well, I was kind of like not watching, just listening. Watching the Falcons just get destroyed, 34-10. It was ugly. It was really ugly. Fire the coach. That's all I got to say. Hired an under 500 coach record, and I'm sure he's a really nice guy, but his record is under 500, should have never been hired. Get rid of him. You can salvage your season. You need to tide the ship. I'm telling you, I'm not an armchair quarterback, man, but if that's the best product you can put up after losing last weekend on the road in San Francisco, you got to go. I would, come on, Mr. Blank. You're a businessman. You know when things aren't going right, man. You got to pull the trigger, and you got to make the change. You got to have someone else run that team for the remainder of the season. You can't have Raheem Morris run that. That was an ugly product that you just put on the tube. And I'm an old ticket holder too, so I can I've supported the Falcons as a Yankee living in the South. Damn Yankee. It's a Yankee that stays here. Been here since '92. Anyway. And I was a ticket holder for the Thrashers, the Georgia Force, the Falcons, the Swarm, the Gladiators. I can go down the list. I think the Atlanta Fire Ants. I don't know. We saw them all. We went to the monster truck stuff. Did all that stuff. But just an awful day down at the Mercedes-Benz. Yikes. I would hate to be spent my whole day down there watching that. I cleared out of there by the end of the third. There was no one left in there in the fourth quarter. It was ugly. 3-4, lost to a 1-6 team, and the Jets they were going to go 0 for 7 or 0 and 8, but they won the first game today, so they're 1-6, I think, 1-7, whatever it was. Hey, they got their first one. Congratulations. So anyway, that's where it is. So hey, had a great Saturday night. We hung out and watched some tube. Hung with the dogs, cleaned up around the house, and it was kind of like the weather was coming in, and it's been like this all day. It's cold, wet, and it's going to be cold tonight and cold tomorrow, but it's misty too, so we're going to get some rain. So I forgot to get this thing done. But no, I'm going to go back in. I'm going to edit this and watch the Donkeys. That's the Broncos, because I went to school out there. The Donkeys. I was out there during John Elway and the heyday, and when they were, went to the Super Bowl and won it, Mile High Stadium, before they got rid of the tore it down and made. It used to be called Sports Authority Stadium, but I don't know what it is now. It's all Kenny Chesney there. Anyway, it was great, man. The Donkeys and the Cowboys are playing right now, so but I really don't care. But I'll go upstairs and I'll. We're finishing the media room. We're hanging some stuff up there, and got a little sofa gig that we finally decided on what we were going to get, and that room's actually turned out nice. So I'll show you that when it's finished. But hey, my word of the day: distinguished. Yeah, October 26, 2025. Distinguished. Anything that you do, you got to be distinguished. You know what's so cool is business, personal, athletics, life, sleep, whatever you're doing. If you're distinguished, you can. It just separates you from the pack, in my opinion. On the athletic field, when you're warming up, you just got to warm up. You got to have an air about yourself, so people are like, "Hey, check that dude out, man. That guy looks pretty good. He's got good hands. He's just flowing, man, and he looks pretty fast. I bet he's a lot quicker than he's showing right now." That's the kind of stuff you want to plant in people's heads. You don't want to give up everything, but you just want to go through the motions. You practice all week. You can bring it, and then you got to just prove it and get it done. So be distinguished on the athletic field. Let your actions speak for themselves. And you got to work on being distinguished. Some people are born with it. Some people got to practice at it. But even if you're born with it, you can always improve. All right? Business, just like sports, you got to be distinguished. When you walk into a room, or you're on a panel, or hey, you're on a Zoom call with a bunch of other people. People in the chat like, hey, did you see so-and-so's there? Wow. such a distinguished panel, group of people. You know, if the word distinguished is used around you, if you're a business person, hey, congratulations. That's a very, very productive word to have, distinguished, because distinguished is, that's up there with legendary, legacy, memorable, trophy worthy, distinguished. Yeah. I just like that word. It's classy. And in business, it doesn't matter if you're the account executive all the way up to the CEO, or the CEO all the way down to the freaking janitor. It doesn't matter. Business is a team sport. And there's no I in team. Everybody's got to produce. And if everybody is treated fairly, and you treat them like family, and they're on the same page, and they're getting things done and helping the company as a whole go, and if everybody buys into that vision, man, and you can do that, and it wasn't there before you came there, yeah, that's distinguished. Relationships, gotta be distinguished. Listen, people do not hang for you. My wife sent me this thing about, your wife chooses you. But, she's got parents and kids and sisters and brothers and all, but you're not bloodlines. Those are all bloodlines. She chose you to bring you into that circle. It really hit home. And in relationships, man, you got to be distinguished to be able to do that. All right? It's like walking into a room and someone just sees it. Just being distinguished, man. It's like a glow. It can be, hey man, look how proper that guy is, or look how professional that dude looks like. He's walking with confidence, man. He's been there before. It's not the first rodeo. All right. So, but being in a relationship, you got to have that. You got to turn some heads. Say, man, that guy's pretty cool, man. You've seen a lot. He's been around, traveled, seen a lot of things, knows a lot of people. So being distinguished, yeah, and heck, we've been together almost 34 years, somewhere in there. And, being distinguished, it's a very, very, very cool thing. And it's just not impersonal. It's people you talk to all day long, whoever you're communicating with. Someone at the grocery store, someone at the gas station while you're getting gas. I don't know. Maybe you're out there buying, some new cleats. I have no idea. But, on Zoom, at a show, you're on the plane. Everybody you talk to, even if you talk to them for 30, 45 seconds, make sure that you leave your mark and that you try to take something from them. I'm telling you, communication is that way. The more that you learn how people communicate, man, I swear, it is such an advantage. If you can communicate with the least amount of words in the simplest of terms so you can get your point across so a third grader can understand you, man, you're going to win so many battles and so many sales and so many, and it's just the way, if you're a coach, you get your team, it's simple, man. You got to do this, and this. And we do that statistically, we're going to win games. Just the way you communicate. And most of all, you got to distinguish your body as priority number one, man. 6 to 8 hours of sleep every night. If you do that, you only have one body. You better take care of it. All right? And if you take care of your body for the remaining, every day, feed it, make sure that you give it the bumps and bruises, make sure, just take care of it. Maintain it. But you got to give it rest. And if you give it 6 to 8 hours, I'm telling you, man, it changes the way things, I'm telling you, you give it that rest, it'll perform for you for the rest of your life. All you have to do is maintain it. Make sure you give it that time. It'll change. It'll change. And listen, if you work on being distinguished in anything that you do, I don't care what it is, I'm telling you, you do it for the remainder of the year, you'll have about a little over, I don't know, let's see, what's today, 26? You probably have about 64 days, 65 days of data on yourself. And you can work on it all the way through. And let me tell you, 65 days, that's a lot of data. Hey, record it right here on your phone. It's already attached to you. And the bottom line, whatever you're working on, say a paragraph, write it, dictate it, text it, whatever. And do it every day. You do it, you'll have 65 days plus, you'll finish, cha-ching, you'll finish and cross the finish line because you didn't miss a day. And you'll start 2026 with momentum, continuing on. I'm finishing on 2 years at the end of this year. And let me tell you something, my life has changed. I've mellowed out. I don't freak out about, stuff. I've seen the light. And you gotta just give it your all and spend your time wisely. And be greedy with your time. If it's not going to benefit you, don't do it. Your time, be distinguished. You got to make the tough decision. Hey, that's what people distinguishes you from the big boys and the boys and the men. Okay? So, distinguished, man. I love that word. Make it your word. Man, it's an awesome word to have. And if you work on, like I said, every day, every week, every month for the remainder of the year, you're going to have those 65 days or so. And I'm telling you, man, they're golden. And then you do it for another year. Look at me. I'm almost, let's see, 364, that's 728 days, I think, right? Yeah, I think so. Something like that. Bottom line is 700 plus days of videos I've done over the last year. And I can look back at any of those days and I'll remember them. That's what's even most awesome. So, yeah, be distinguished. From the heart, take it to the bank, put it up here in the knowledge of it. Distinguished. And use it whenever you need it. So listen, man, have a great rest of your Sunday. I'm going to go watch the Donkeys and the Cowboys battle it out on the pigskin and Mile High. And have a great Monday. Remember, get up early, 5 o'clock. Between 5 and 6, get your tail up. All right? And have an awesome week. Make the best each day. Monday's a wind-up day. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you kick tail. Friday, you wind down strong with momentum. And it's Halloween. First month of the last month of Q4 is over. And you got 2 months left. November, December, boom. In 2026, man, what amazing time to be alive. So, hey, listen. I appreciate you all out there. Be safe. All right? Know your surroundings. Be careful out there, and take action. Distinguished.